we have a table on the board for us to complete. But for you to be able to fill this table, you must be sure that you understand your atomic structure. Now, let's look at the question first. Complete the table below and answer the question that follows. I'll be writing the question because of space. We'll be answering the question one by one. Is that okay? Now, we have a table. The table has given us particle, it has given us elements, has given us mass number, atomic number, protons, neutrons, and electron present in each of the particles. So, the first question now is for us to what? Fill this. Now, for you to fill this, you must know this. Remember this, that in a given atom, the atomic number is equal to what? The number of protons in the atom of the element. Atomic number is equal to number of protons in the atom of the element. That is one. Now, the mass number is always equal to number of protons plus what? Neutron. That is mass number. Are you following? Okay. Then on the board also, we have talked about protons, we have talked about atomic number, we have talked about mass number. So definitely, if atomic number is equal to number of protons, so once you know the atomic number, you know the number of protons. Now, if our mass number is equal to number of protons plus neutron, then if we have either of the two variables, we can find the unknown. Then the last one, the number of electrons in any given atom, neutral atom, in any given neutral atom is always equal to the number of protons in the nucleus. So if you have one proton in the nucleus, it means you have one electron in the what? In the orbit. Meaning that the number of electrons in a neutral atom is always equal to what? The number to the atomic number. So I've explained the whole table. Now we can start filling. Now another thing is, anytime an element have accepted an electron to become an ion or lose an electron to become an ion, it can only affect the number of electrons. It will not affect what? The atomic number. Alright, let's fill the table first. Alright, let's start with sodium. Sodium has been given to us that the mass number is what? It's not given, but we have the atomic number, we don't have the number of protons, we have the number of neutrons, we don't have the number of electrons. So let's fill them up. So since atomic number is equal to number of protons, it means that the number of protons here is what? 11. And since it is a neutral atom, it implies that, okay, let's find the mass number first. The mass number is going to be what? Number of protons plus what? Neutrons. So we have proton is what? 11. Neutron is 12. So 11 plus 12. The mass number here will be what? 23. Now, the number of electrons should always be equal to the number of protons because this is a neutral atom. So it's going to be what? 11. Number of electrons is always equal to the number of what? Protons in a neutral atom. Alright. We don't know the element, but the truth is every element have a characteristic atomic number. So if we know the atomic number of this element, we should be able to tell what element it is. Alright. Mass number is 37. We don't know the atomic number, but the number of protons is what? 17. And the number of electrons is 17, telling us that it is a neutral atom. So if the number of protons is known, it means that the atomic number is what? 17, because atomic number is number of protons in the nucleus of an atom. So if we know the atomic number, we know the number of protons. Now we can find the number of neutrons. We can find the number of neutrons. Alright. But if the atomic number is 17, it means that that element is what? Which element in the periodic table has atomic number 17? Chlorine. Are you following? Now we can find the number of neutrons. Now number of neutrons will be what? Mass number of neutrons will be equal to mass number minus what? Protons. So we have mass number for that to be 37, and we have number of protons to be 17. So our number of neutrons will be what? It's supposed to be what? 37 minus 17, and that will give us what? 20 as the number of neutrons. Are you following? Alright, let's continue. Okay, the next is what? Particle C. Particle C has mass number 16, atomic number 13, and number of electrons is 10. It's a sign already. Atomic number is equal to number, is the number of protons, so the number of protons here will be what? 13. Now let's calculate the the number of neutrons, which will be mass number minus proton. So the mass number is 16. 16 minus 13 will give us 3. Something is wrong with that. Something is wrong with that. Sorry, I missed the line. I think we're on C. Yeah, we're on C. We're on C. All right. So we're supposed to follow this line. Sorry. Okay, C. We have mass number 16. We don't know the atomic number, but atomic number is equal to number of protons. So here is 8. Now we have number of neutrons to be what? Number of neutrons is going to be what? Mass number minus proton. So mass number is what? 16 minus what? Number of neutrons, which is what? 8. That is going to be what? Number of neutrons will be what? 8. And then the number of electrons here is 10. Telling you something is wrong. It means that this atom has accepted, if it were neutral, the number of protons should be equal to neutron. But because number of protons should have been equal to number of electrons, because it has increased by 2, it means it has accepted what? 2 electrons. I follow you. Because we're going to be answering questions with this. Alright. Let's okay, 16. That means this element with atomic number 8 should be what? Oxygen. Yeah, it's oxygen. Alright. Let me not confuse you. Here should be 13. Yeah. 37. 16. Then we are good now. Okay. We are given element D, particle D, with atomic number 13. Which element has atomic number 13? Is aluminium. Alright. Now, we have atomic number, so we should be able to tell what is the number of protons present. Number of protons is the atomic number. So if atomic number is 13, number of protons will be what? 13. Now, the number of neutrons present should be what? Mass number minus what? Protons. So the mass number is what? 27 minus the number of protons, 13. That will give us 14. Now, they are telling us that the number of electrons present for this particular element is 10. What does that tell you? The number of protons is supposed, in a neutral atom, the number of protons is supposed to be equal to the number of electrons. That means this has lost what? 3 electrons. So it's an ion. Alright. Now, neon, mass number 20, atomic number 10. That means number of protons is what? 10. Number of protons is 10. It means that number of electrons also will be what? 10. The last one, F, which is a sulfur ion. Telling you that sulfur ion means that it has accepted 2 electrons. Right, let's go. Atomic number. The details were not given. Sulfur ion, sulfur ion, sulfur. Sulfur. Okay. Atomic number. This has accepted 2 already. So how do you know the atomic number? If it has accepted 2 electrons, it means it has gained 2 electrons to become S2 minus. So it means that the atomic number is actually what? 14. And the number of protons is 14. Is that okay? So this is how to go about questions like this. There's something wrong with this last one. I think I didn't get the digit right. Please let me erase this. This last number, I want to clean it. I can't go back to my book right now to see to the question again. So let me clean this. Alright. Now let's start answering the questions that follow. Okay. Now we have the questions on the board. It says, which element is unlikely to react with others? Which element will react to form covalent compounds? Which element will react to form ionic compounds? Now please, let me clean this already, complete it. So let's clean this part so that we can have some space to answer questions. Now we can make use of this space. Sorry, my board is very small. Okay. Alright now. First question, which element is unlikely to react with others? Now remember the idea of reaction or chemical reaction is simply because elements are trying to attain stability, and stability is about the octet and the duplex structure, which is always a function of the group H elements or the rare gases or the noble gases. So here we have the octet structure confer on element with atomic number what? 10, and that is what? Neon. So the correct answer is what? Neon. Why is it neon? It has the octet, the atmosphere, it has the octet structure. So we're going to have 2,8, 8, and that is 10. So this octet structure confers stability on it and is most unlikely to react, and actually it barely reacts because it is very stable. And every other reaction you see, be it an electrovalent bond, a covalent bond, any kind of bonding you see is an attempt to attain this stability, this octet structure or duplex structure, as the case may be. All right, which element will react to form covalent compound? So from this equation, from the question we have, which element will react to form covalent compound? Remember, in covalency we have sharing of electrons. Why in electrovalency there is transfer and gain of electrons. So in this equation we know that chlorine will form chlorine molecule by covalent bonding, and the oxygen will form oxygen molecule by what? Covalent bonding. Are you following? So chlorine and oxygen will form covalent compounds. Now, which element will react to form ionic compounds? Which element do you think will react to form ionic compound? Now, ionic compounds are formed by what? Transfer of electrons and what? The gain of electron. So from this equation, I know that chlorine can lose electron to form, and then chlorine can accept the electron. So we have which element will react to form ionic compound? So we have sodium and chlorine to form sodium chloride. Also aluminium and chlorine can form aluminium chloride, and we can also have aluminium reacting with oxygen to form aluminium oxide, and even sodium reacting with oxygen to form sodium oxide. Now I'm going to ask you a question that I expect the answer in the comment section. Which of these elements or which of these particles from the configuration of the board is an ion? Which of them is an ion? Be it a cation or anion, which one is an ion? I'll be mentioning it on the board. Which one is an ion? Please leave the answer in the comment section. Meanwhile, if you find this helpful, why not give us a like, share to your status, to your wall, anywhere you feel will help someone. Why not share it? I'll be waiting for your answer in the comment section. See you in the next video.